was the question you just asked me? Yeah. Here. Let's do it. I want to get this story out there because it's a very interesting story. You just asked me if there's any of that Templeton Rye around.
Yeah, is that around yet?
Oh, I think so. Can we find the bottle?
You want the half empty?
You want this bottle? You probably can't see that. What does that say?
Templeton Rye.
I gotta get this story though. Remember your dad was Frank Fisher,
Right.
correct? And your dad used to make whiskey,
Yes.
and you were telling me about the time when the Raiders came. And
Yes, they come in there and they just take their hatchet and ram it in there. I can remember that yet.
Yeah, they broke the barrels and stuff up.
Right. They broke it.
And then what happened to all the mash that was in those barrels in the whiskey?
The hogs ate it and he got drunk. That's the truth. You should have saw them wobble all down in the hog pen.
So they liked it too, right?
Huh?
The hogs liked it too.
They must have liked it too, because my dad said, why don't you come down and look at the hogs? They're all wobbling, they're all in
You know, if you did that today, they'd have to contaminate them hogs.
Man, I bet that'd be some good tasting bacon too.
Yeah, it was Templeton Rye. After they drank that whiskey, it was Templeton Rye bacon, right?
Right.
You had one other story you told me about, is when the neighbor kids would come over and play, and how your dad this is an interesting story, he took the barrels and he put them in the ground, and he laid them side by side, and then he put plank over the barrels. Then on top of the barrel, on top of the plank, he put dirt. And on top of the dirt, he put the swing set. And the reason they did that, because all the revenuers were always looking for disturbed dirt. If there was disturbed dirt around, they figured that's probably where they're hiding the whiskey. Well, Hilda told me this story that, you know, the neighbor kids would come over and they'd play on their swing set, and they'd say, "You guys have funny dirt over here," because it was spongy, you know. So that's right, isn't it, Hilda?
That's right, exactly right.
And did you know what was under that dirt or under that swing set? You did, but you kept your mouth shut, didn't you?
Yeah, we all had to keep our mouth shut. No, I didn't tell nobody.
But you remember Orville Kirchhoff, don't you?
Yes, I remember.
See, Orville was a little boy. He was only like 10, maybe even less than that, years old, and his dog died. And anyway, so he had to bury his dog. Well, this was the time of Prohibition, and the revenuers coming around quite often. So anyway, Orville always remembered when the revenuers would come, they found that fresh dirt where they buried that dog, and they started poking it to try to find a bottle or some sort of container. And he remembers making the comment, "They're poking Rover." You know, Rover was his dog.
Yeah, they were poking the dog. Those were the days. Yeah.
That's enough.
You here for happy hour?
Hey, you made it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Good for you. How's everyone? All right.
I don't know where the bartender went.
Want anything?
I'll have one, yeah.
You can see his,
Sure.
his own bar.
What do you like?
Before that, we're going to Templeton Rye stories. Here you go. Sure.
Emil used to.
It was always kept secret, wasn't it? Still secret.
Get a blank bottle when we started for dance.
That's all it took, wasn't it?
That's right, that's all we had to do.
Hey,